another summer holiday in Northumberland, and an eagerly anticipated return to the Farne Islands. The weather and sea conditions were perfect as the Shields boat Glad Tidings 5 headed out to the islands on this late June morning. Bamburgh Castle is clearly visible as the coast is revealed northwards, and the lighthouse on Inner Farne comes into view. The captain begins his informative commentary as we slowly pass by the small island of Wide Opens and its breeding seabirds. The next major island is Staple Island. This is where many of the auk family of birds breed. So we see guillemots, razorbills and puffins crowded on the rocks.
These are old lighthouse buildings on this next island called Brownsman. It's another very busy island for the birds through the season.
The dark brown and white birds crowding the tops are guillemots. The gulls on the ledges are kittiwakes. The larger dark birds are shag. They are similar to cormorants, but smaller. We were told the breeding season started sooner due to an early spring, and guillemots were already starting to leave the islands.
Almost as big as the adults already. Always the other eggs first out the other shag. You can see how tame they are. You never get this close to a cormorant at any time.
This time I was particularly hoping to film the grey seals. Not easy from a continuously moving deck.
As I say, these are all adults here at the minute, but this is where all the seal pups are born in the autumn time. Very important area this on both sides of the boat in fact. First seal pups are born out here early October. Well, the only enemies that the seals have got apart from man are killer whales. The orca used to get the killer whales around these arms at one time as well. A number of years ago now though. In fact, the last killer whales I saw here myself for definite was way back in 1978. I honestly don't think they've been here since then. I could be wrong.
At least one seal was very accommodating.
The whole herring gulls out there to the right. I don't think I've seen as many gulls for a lot of years, quite a number of years as well. I don't know where the seagulls are coming from at the moment, but massive number of herring gulls at the moment.
Longstone is the most easterly major island. The lighthouse was built in 1825 and its keeper was the father of Grace Darling, who famously rescued survivors of the Forfarshire that came to grief on the nearby Big Harcar Rock in 1838.
small coble into. It's where they found 9 survivors from the shipwreck, 8 men and 1 woman. They were huddled together beneath the highest part of these rocks. They weren't able to carry the 9 all at once either, so they had to make the journey twice back to safety of the lighthouse. She was only 22 years old when she became famous, but Grace died 4 years later at the age of 26 from TB.
St Cuthbert's Cove is the landing point for visitors to Inner Farne and is overlooked by the chapel, built in 1370, and a former monastic building known as the Fisher House. The visitors come to see the breeding seabirds at this time of the year. The Arctic terns are the most obvious species to greet the visitors. Their continuous chattering call is a warning to keep away from their precious chicks nesting on the ground. They back up this threat with diving attacks, which often end in an assault from their needle-sharp beaks on the heads of the unwary visitors, and I speak from personal experience. This very young chick must have been a late birth, as most offspring were well advanced due to the early spring. There are sandwich terns breeding on Inner Farne, but in less numbers than the Arctic terns. The puffin is always a favourite with the visitors. The shag, with its subtle green sheen to its plumage, is a handsome bird. Guillemots are found in large colonies on 6 of the Farne Islands. As we leave these charming islands, I will let the captain have the last word.
Well now, ladies and gentlemen, that's about all we can show you for Farne this morning. I hope you've enjoyed the cruise around the rocks and black ice this time of day. I hope you understood some of the commentary. As I said, I was struggling with 18 of the day, it would be an understatement I'm doing it. I hope you've understood some of it. Not just for the Northumberland twang, but with the 18 or in some, I think it'll be very clear. Anyway, thank you very much.